And I'm happy that I was able to share the ring with so many legendary fighters. You know, to become a great fighter, you had to
The boxing world was recently abuzz with excitement as two legends, Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson, teamed up for an intense training session ahead of Tyson's highly anticipated fight against Jake Paul. This unexpected collaboration captured the imagination of fans and pundits alike, eager to see what insights these two icons might share. Following their session, Mayweather finally broke his silence, offering his first words about the experience. Known for his impeccable defensive skills and unbeaten record, Mayweather has always been a student of the game. His decision to train with Tyson, a heavyweight legend known for his ferocious power, was met with surprise and intrigue. Their session wasn't just about sharpening Tyson's skills, but also about merging their distinct boxing philosophies. In his first public comments after the session, Mayweather expressed admiration for Tyson's work ethic and passion. He revealed that their focus was on refining Tyson's power while integrating defensive techniques, giving him an edge against the younger Jake Paul. Francis Ngannou, who trained with Tyson before his boxing debut against Tyson Fury, believes there's no substitute for experience. Ngannou is confident that his mentor can overcome Paul despite Tyson's age. He's not as he was in his youth, but his footwork and movement are still impressive, Ngannou said. He praised Tyson's ability to move with speed and agility, which could surprise Paul. While medical experts have raised concerns about Tyson's health, Ngannou dismisses these, saying Tyson's skills and power will still be enough. Jake Paul, now 27, is in the prime of his athletic career. He has faced criticism for avoiding traditional boxing contenders and instead fighting UFC champions like Anderson Silva and Tyron Woodley. Despite his critics, Paul remains steadfast in his decision to fight Tyson, viewing it as an honor. I think it's disrespectful to Mike to question his ability to fight. If he wants this, then I'm ready, Paul stated in an interview. This controversial matchup has divided the boxing community. Some eagerly anticipate it, while others believe it's a step too far. Still, the fight is scheduled for Friday, November 15. Initially planned for June 20, the bout was delayed after Tyson experienced a medical issue during a flight. However, Tyson has since recovered and is gearing up for what could be one of the most talked about fights of the year. Last week, Paul and Tyson took the stage at Fanatics Fest 2024 in New York for a press conference where the two fielded questions about their upcoming bout. The tension between them was palpable. Paul, facing disapproval from the crowd, remained confident, stating, "I was born for this moment, and I'm going to put on the performance of a lifetime." Tyson, on the other hand, exuded his typical calm intensity, showing no signs of backing down despite being 58 years old. For Jake Paul, the real challenge lies in Tyson's immense experience and knockout power. As Paul prepares for the fight, critical questions arise. Can he withstand Tyson's power? Will he be able to hold his own in the early rounds? These uncertainties linger over Paul as he faces his most dangerous opponent yet. Despite his youth and fitness, Paul knows the real test will be in avoiding Tyson's crushing blows early in the fight. Tyson, too, faces his own mental challenges. He may have the superior boxing skills, but at 58, he is well aware that he isn't as agile as he once was. However, Tyson still possesses the raw power that made him a legend. While he may not have the stamina of a younger fighter, that knockout power could still be a game changer. As Tyson prepares for his first official fight since retiring in 2005, he acknowledges the unknown factors that come with age. "I've been training for a while now, and I feel good. But when you're in the ring, anything can happen," Tyson said. Despite his confidence, the fight poses questions. Can Tyson endure a full match if a knockout doesn't happen early? What is his backup strategy if the fight drags into the later rounds? Fans are eagerly awaiting the answers to these questions. The Tyson-Paul fight promises to be more than just a spectacle. It's a match that will test the limits of both fighters. For Paul, the opportunity to fight a legend like Tyson represents the pinnacle of his career thus far. It's not going to be an easy fight, Paul admitted. The first 4 rounds will be tough, but if I can weather the storm, I believe I can win. Despite Paul's enthusiasm, his detractors remain vocal. Critics like Carl Froch and Michael Bisping have labeled the fight a farce, questioning its legitimacy. Froch said, "It's a shame that Tyson is getting in the ring with Jake Paul. This fight shouldn't be happening." Similarly, Bisping harshly criticized Paul, calling him a wannabe and a fake. According to Bisping, this bout is nothing more than a money-making spectacle. Yet Paul isn't discouraged by these criticisms. He remains steadfast in his belief that he can hold his own against Tyson. In fact, he feeds off the negativity. "I thrive off the doubt," Paul said. He knows that the early rounds will be difficult, but believes that if he can survive Tyson's initial onslaught, the fight will shift in his favor. Paul has been on a winning streak, securing 4 victories in the past year, while Tyson has largely been out of the ring for over 2 decades. Paul's critics argue that beating a 58-year-old Tyson won't earn him much recognition, but Paul sees it differently. For him, the fight is about proving himself against a boxing icon. Whether or not the fight is seen as legitimate, Paul is focused on his goal of becoming a boxing champion. Tyson, on the other hand, approaches the fight with a different mindset. He sees this as another chapter in his storied career, one that allows him to once again prove his dominance in the ring. "I'm doing this because I can," Tyson said during the press conference. He waved off concerns about his age, stating that he still has what it takes to compete. Despite the criticisms, the fight has generated immense interest. Fans want to see whether Tyson, even at his advanced age, can still deliver the kind of performance that made him a legend. On the flip side, people are curious to see if Jake Paul can truly stand toe-to-toe with one of the greatest boxers of all time. Joe Rogan recently shared his thoughts on the fight, expressing concerns about Tyson's health. While speaking with actor Russell Crowe, Rogan voiced his worries about the toll this fight could take on Tyson. "At 58, I don't know if Tyson should be doing this," Rogan said. He acknowledged Tyson's formidable past, but emphasized the risks of fighting someone so much younger. Still, Rogan admitted that Tyson's raw power could tip the scales in his favor, warning Paul that the match could go in any direction. Russell Crowe, on the other hand, expressed hope for both fighters, wishing for their safety and hoping the fight would transcend the spectacle it has become. Crowe emphasized that he wanted both men to showcase their best without injury, acknowledging that the fight has the potential to be a legitimate contest despite the hype. The press conference itself was filled with tension,